One of the things, if you look in, I was interacting with the NUS team in Singapore. One of the first point, because the topic has been management education and training, how to improve. The training is not only imparted, for example, let me take it from the internship for students in the management colleges. Here in India, we speak only for internships for management students. Whereas in NUS and other in Singapore, they have designed in such a way that every once in a 6 months or once in a quarter, the professors or the trainers or the teachers go for internship, what is relevant happening in the industry, and then again they come back to teach. It's a tangential thought, but which is very good and which is very working in Singapore. For example, if it is happening in some other academic institution, why shouldn't we to take it up? It will have a lot of truckers in the system. People will think why should professors and teachers should go for internship? But this is one of the critical points which will incorporate training and make the people to be aware what they are teaching to the students. That is one of the points I would like to mention. And then academic rigor. In case, because I've been part of an academic institution which was private, and then it was recognized by the regulatory authorities. If you take one of the institutes like ISB, it's still a private organization, not for profit though. But the amount of liberty that you get to design the courses is humongous. And that way, the courses that are being taught are more of corporate relevance and what does the industry require. So why can't now in the new education policy, there are a lot of inputs have come in, but still, if we can give liberty to design the programs which are corporate relevant and industry relevant, that will make a big difference. And another thing, one of the things I find it, the leadership at each institution makes a big difference for the quality of education that is imparted, which we have seen in across the industry or anyway. And then if you look in, it starts from the basics of goal setting for the organization, for the institution, what is that they want to impart and what is that they want to be in a different level when compared with other institutions. I saw a lot of like, for example, we should have tie-up with a lot of foreign institutes and everything. But if you look in, I'm speaking on the management side, if you take the top-notch B schools of the world, if you take major percentage of the colleges are being headed by Indian profs or Indian origin profs. You take the Harvard Dean or you take the latest, earlier the MIT Sloan Dean, you name it people, our Indians are at the hem of affairs at the top 1 or 2 or 3 levels across the institutions. If the same Indians can go and do it well, why can't we impart the same thing here? Can we take examples from there and impart? And when we are teaching about the case studies in the management education, we are looking at case studies of foreign companies or MNCs or case studies with examples what is good in US or European Union. But whereas, though there are a lot of Indian case studies coming in, can we teach management education in relevant to the Indian industry? What does the Indian industry and the climate require? For example, Indian market is one of the toughest markets. If you see across Samsung or the Hyundais of the world, whoever has handled Indian market gets elevated to the top position in the global arena. That means whoever handles the Indian market very well will shine very else in the world. That means anything relevant to India should be taught with India relevance. And other point I would like to say is, for example, I will take one of the prominent colleges in Chennai. And all the top-notch achievers across the globe have come from a very middle-class background or a government school or a government college or a basic college. But how much does the alumni engagement happens with these top-notch achievers? Let it be the academia or let it be in the corporate achievers. Because alumni engagement leads to a lot of initiatives, because when you approach the alumni, he can be an achiever. Like, for example, the Bharat Serum CEO is alumni of a college in Chennai, where the alumni engagement is good. If every institute in India engages with the alumni in the best possible way, then all the other relevant corporate engagement, the support for R&D, which can come in easily. But the alumni engagement is one of the critical things, according to me, in the management education and the training. Because then you need not go, it will come at a free of cost, at a subsidy, or it can be very good. Because you take the alumni meetings across the globe, if you take a LinkedIn across the American colleges or European colleges, just see the alumni engagement, what happens. Whether the Indian colleges are doing at that level is one of the thoughts which I would like to share it in this August forum. And then faculty sensitization. I am repeating the importance of faculty sensitization being part of not only the live projects, but have they gone and handled the industry again? If you are a finance prof, can you be a CFO of organization for time being? It can be a startup or anything parallelly. The college should say you should handle as a CFO for relevant time. For example, it can be in a sabbatical for a quarter or a 6 months or something. Can it be done? If he's a technology prof, can he be act as a CTO? Because I see the profs across the globe parallelly doing this and again coming back, so that the relevance happens. Relevance of teaching is happens in a big way. And another important thing, what I found in light a lot of forums or something in the many WhatsApp groups which I'm part of, everybody says if I participate in this conference, will I get a certificate? Or whether because afterwards because I moved from industry to academia, though I'm in academia for the last 8 years, but people are looking at making a tick mark for the NAC accreditation or AICT accreditation, whatever is that. But our teaching and the systems and process, it should be in such a way that accreditation comes automatically to us. It is not that you should do things which are tick mark towards accreditation, but the process and the work you do should attract the students, should attract the corporates, and should attract the accreditations. If this follows, I am sure there will be a lot of work towards the management education. And see, for example, now in last 10 years, because of the globalization, we know what is happening across the globe. Earlier, we were not aware what type of teaching was happening. Now we know what's happening across the globe, and people are taking examples of us, of Indian market to global markets. If that is the scenario, we need not look forward to American colleges or European colleges. It's time we showcase that. Like, why should India's systems and policies should not be followed? Then why should we follow a Kaizen policy? Or why can't we follow? Why should we follow a 5-year system when we Indians have very good systems which we are known for? So this is my thought on the management education training. And once again.